Okay. Hey, this is Dawn, also known as Mama Love with Metal Wani, and I'm with
Matt DiRito from the band Pop Evil.
Pop Evil. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it. So we're at the inaugural Rock and Derby Festival. First time they've had it. How's things going so far?
So far, so good.
Well, you haven't
it's a
really
beautiful
done
day.
anything except get here so far, but you know.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to playing, and the only beef I got is that they're not doing any derby cars today. We're gonna miss out on it.
Oh, shucks.
I know. I was hoping to scam a driver and to let me get behind the wheel.
You've played, but I noticed that you've been playing other festivals this year. So, what is, in your own words, what is the best thing about playing a festival?
The number one best thing is for me getting to see a lot of the bands that we don't normally see. We get so caught up in our own little world where I don't get to go out and see shows anymore because I'm always on tour, and you do your headline tours, or right now we're packaged up with Rob Zombie and Disturbed, and if that was all we had going on throughout the year, those are the only bands I get to see. So festival season is a good time where we get to see Clutch and Five Finger Death Punch today, and I get to see Lamb of God, who we never tour with, but we're good friends with those guys. So it's kind of like a family reunion in that aspect, and the playing to the big crowds doesn't hurt either.
Is there any drawbacks you can speak of?
Drawbacks? These days start a little earlier, especially for us because we're a newer band. If we're out on a regular tour, we're not playing until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So, from my standpoint, it's waking up earlier. There are a ton of things to do during the day. We come out here and hang out with you guys in the press, and we go do signings, and we go do this and that. So it's very busy amongst, trying to get time to hang out with your friends and things like that too. It's not really a drawback. It's just a different pace than what we're used to on tour most of the time. That, and you feel really detached from the fans when you play in some of the smaller rooms and things like that. Like, everybody's right up in your face. At these festivals, there's a ton more people, but the distance between the stage and the crowd is so much greater, and it seems like you can go a whole day almost without any fan interaction other than signings and things like that.
Right. So you don't get to go out and mingle in the crowd or anything?
Right.
That's okay. That's a drawback, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys have been together for a little while now, enjoying some success. Has anything changed over the period of time that you've been together, like your writing process, or?
Oh yeah, that changes from album to album.
Yeah.
Even taking our most recent album into consideration, it sounds nothing like any of the others, because when we wrote it, we were in a different spot in our lives than we were with the other ones. Every record prior to that, it was like this huge struggle. We're fighting with labels, we're losing band members, we're losing, lost loved ones, family members, and things like that. So those are the things that we wrote about. And then after our last album, Onyx, came out, we had 3 number 1 singles off of it and got some great tours, some good exposure, went over to Europe for the first time. So when it came time for us to do a new record, we had nothing but good things to say, and it kind of reflects in our music.
Cool. Yeah, because a lot of bands say that they don't change their writing process at all, but you change for every album.
Every single one. Yeah. We're always looking at it completely different. Like, how can we push ourselves? How can we, challenge ourselves as writers? And that's one of the things that we try to pride ourselves on, is having a good album from start to finish. Not 1 or 2 hit songs and the rest of them you skip over. Like, we want people to get their money's worth out of an album.
Do you write while you're on the road?
Yes.
Yeah, you take a lot of inspiration from what's going on.
Absolutely. We start to write more as it gets closer to, time to do another album. Crunch time, I guess. Like, we all kind of sit down and focus on it a little bit more. But, as a musician, you never really stop writing at any point.
Cool. So with Metal Wani being based in India, have you ever been there? Have you ever played there?
No, but our singer is Indian.
Oh, okay.
Like, Indian from India. So he's got family over there, and I know it's always been a big goal of his to get the band over there and go back and play in the homeland. So
that's awesome. Any message for your fans there?
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to come see you guys someday soon. Keep supporting rock and roll, and we'll do our best to get over there.
Awesome. So at this point, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to ask you one last question that I like to ask everybody.
Okay.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
X-ray vision.
That's a good one.
Wouldn't do too much good except for, personal use.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Can I get a picture?